Hey guys, it's Jake here, or Aussie Reptiles. Today we're going to be doing a small updated tour of the new Reptile Room 2.0. This is still a work in progress. It is still in development. We've still got a few more reptile, like melamine units to acquire and set up, because a lot of these glass tanks are going to be changing. This frog sort of forest tropical corner is not going to stay in this room. Again, this is going to be replaced by wooden melamine units. So it's all still a bit of a shambles. We've only been into our new place for 2 weeks, so it's been a bit of a process. Most things are also in brumation, so we're not going to get to see a heck of a lot of the animals, but we can at least have a sort of a brief look at how the room is laid out. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. First things first, you open the door and we have our reptile sticker wall. So if they see your name there, pretty cool. If you guys have stickers and you're not on the wall, be sure to send them to me. We've got plenty of space to fill, but there's some great people that sort of share my passion and hobby. Anyway, into the rest of the room. So we've got this corner, which we have, well, some feeder roaches. Then we've got some juvenile lace monitors, our adult group of panther skinks. Now their heat is off, they've just got the UV running, although I could probably turn that off, to be completely honest, as well, and just have it completely shut down, because they're very rarely out now. Marble velvet geckos with the heat pad on the side. Banjo frogs, still have to hook up a light for them. We've got a Tristus and an Aki juvies in there. Here we have Hiccup, my girlfriend's Hypo, Het Zero Beta Dragon male, juvenile panther skinks. I've got to put a bulb in there fitting, but that's them. Empty tanks. We've got up here long-nosed dragon. In here, be hiding, I won't disturb them because the lights have only literally just turned on, but that's my young Vic Alpine Het Xanthic from Joe Ball. And here's my brumating Western female, so she can see her head there. I don't want to disturb her too much. These are all animals that are in brumation or going into brumation. There's the male Western there, you can see his hand. Then we have Sherbet. Sherbet's actually just shed, so I don't know whether that means if I was to, I mean, he's mid-brumation though, but he's just shed. Sherbet, well, he's playing difficult with his head, but he is my albino, largely Kimberley influenced blue tongue. And then we have Dot, the Kimberley Prince Regent. So she's, yeah, information. So those lizards that I just showed you in the rack, they're only temporarily in a rack system. The reptile unit that I actually built, my custom old black one, which I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos, you've seen them before. I actually left that at home with my parents. As I said, we just moved out into our own place with my girlfriend. I left that unit for them because they did actually acquire some of their own bearded dragons. They've also got a zero now and a couple of Het Zeros and so on, which was really cool. So that's fantastic. So I left that with them, because I was in the process of getting to upgrade these enclosures anyway, from the three foots they were in to then again 4x2 by 50 centimeter tall, is what they're all ending up in. So while they're in brumation, the rack system just happened to be really handy, and it worked because it allows me to just, first off, really ease of cleaning, but they don't need much space, they're just sleeping. So that worked out really well. Anyway, let's flip the camera and see the units behind you. So a few of the animals in this system, they're supposed to be in brumation, however they're not going down. So for example, the black rock skinks, usually the tree skinks as well, but as I said, the lights literally just turned on. Their heat lights are not on, it's just the UVB. These are reptile systems, T5s. But yeah, there's black rock skink and the Jackie Dragon. The other black rock skink obviously hasn't quite woken up just yet. And then the tree skinks are in here. Well, my adult pair, I should say. Now, hey, when you get crap in there, let's have a look. I don't know if that's one of them or both of them. That's both of their heads, I think. So that's the adult tree skinks. Again, they're supposed to be shutting down, getting ready to breed, but they're still out and about basking. Up the top of them, this is where we have Tiger and Tiger's girlfriend, Bronzy. Actually, in fact, you can literally see her head there. Tiger, however, just completely buries himself. I'll pop up a photo of, I panicked. I couldn't find him. I lifted up like all the hides, everything there. Couldn't find him. And, well, fair enough. I think he's just buried himself in the substrate, so. It's not in here with her, is she? No, just her. Anyhow. For y'all that don't know what Tiger looks like, again, I'm going to pop up a photo of him. But, he's doing the same thing to me again. He's in here somewhere. He literally just buries himself under the dirt and basically just his nose sticks out. So that's them. Below them, we've got our snakes. So the bottom one is Snowy. Then we've got Tequila, and Aries is tucked away up in the corner. Oh, that's my feet. That's Aries, that's Tequila. So they're a pair with an extra male. Aries is a little bit on the smaller side, but from what I've been told, speaking to a few breeders, he will still be well capable of breeding, especially with Tequila. So we'll try them, but what I'm actually going to do is alternate. So we'll throw Aries over Tequila for a couple days, take him out for a couple days, and then swap him out for Snowy, and let both males cover her. They're all albino Darwin carpets. Across from them, up here we just have a plant growing. This is a Mongravia, or what, I forget how to pronounce it, but it's growing fantastic. This was given to me by a good friend, and I'm growing that out, so that's cool. In here we have the spotted marsh frogs, both normal and albino. There is the head of one of the normals. Normally the albinos are the ones I see. They stick out like a sore thumb, but I cannot seem to find any. This tank has grown phenomenally. It's the creeping fig has absolutely taken over. In fact, it's even taking out and it's growing out. Then we've got a couple different pothoses, normal green, we've got neon yellow, variegated, so it looks good. It's very overgrown, so it probably requires some trimming. Sorry, just quick pause because I sneezed. In here we have a baby from the tree skinks that they produced. Normally they can live communally, but however they did not get along with this little one when it first was born, and it actually did result in them taking off its tail. It's grown back now, like it looks great. Obviously it never looks the same as the original tail, but you'd hardly be able to tell. But he's just in there, not sure the future for him. I have offered him to a few friends and we'll see what happens. But yeah, he may not stay with us. Below them we have Boyd's Forest Dragon. Usually, whoa, he normally sits right there. Anyway, there's a Boyd's and there's a Perrin's tree frog. I'm in the midst of trying to get myself a couple more Boyd's. I'm talking to someone about some, so because unfortunately I had a mishap with my other one. Where are you? Interesting. Well, I just fed him yesterday. I suppose he's been fed and he's gone down to hide. Across from them, we have some isopods. These are little tiny dwarf orange stalked, I believe they're called. So they're good. And then we've got my eastern dwarf tree frogs. Still need to hook this back up to the misting systems. Yeah, I gotta fix it all up. Right now it's just being manually misted, but it's taken a bit of a hit, or at least the moss has. The rest of the plants are actually doing quite well. This I need to trim back. This, I love that pothos, but it's gone a bit shambles. So we got to do some maintenance on that tank. But this is my eastern dwarf tree frogs. I'll overlay a clip if I can find one, because I can't see them right now. Bottom layers in here we have some pink tongue skinks. There's one on there. They're supposed to also be, there's one buried, so I think that one's in brumation. This one's still deciding, but he's up there. And then here is the water skinks, southern water skinks, the original pair, but they're also in brumation. Above them, a temp gun, obviously quite important in reptiles, checking their temperatures. Got another tub of feeders. I had a good mate hook me up with a bunch. When I say a bunch, I mean a bunch. There's obviously a bunch in there as well, but yeah, a bucket load of woodies to start up a good colony. So we've got them and other feeder roaches there. So as this keeps going, I'm gonna actually split this into two. So I'll have one which I'll probably just store up here to just leave over winter. So come spring, summer, everything wakes up, I've got another good stacked colony aside. Whereas some of these I do feed off to things like Kira, for example, who more than likely, yep, chilling up there. Kira is my girlfriend's Zero. She's a bit psychotic. Oh, good catch, you goofer. Let's put it there. This is Kira. She is a hypo Zero het trans. So she's pretty cool. She was bred by Radical Reptiles along with Hiccup, her boyfriend as well. So they're future pairs for us to breed. And yeah, my girlfriend's pretty excited for them. Next down is my pair of NT Locale Centralian Blue Tongues. So they've semi put themselves down. Their tank sits about 10 degrees is what I've set the thermostat to. So it flicks on if it gets really, really cold, which the room can get cold. Right now the room is sitting at 18 degrees, which is fine considering most things are going down for winter. Below them, this is my WA pair. Their enclosure is super simple. These guys are also going to be going into 4x2 by 50s. So right now they're in 3 by, I think it's only 1 by 45, I believe. So it's a little bit small, but again, they're just in that brumation state. Below them, this one's the only one that really needs a lot because Pearl, she gets out and about. Oop. Pearl is my white northern blue tongue, so she's good. And same thing, all in brumation. We've got some plans for them, so obviously they're going to pair. Hopefully they're going to pair. Centralians are really difficult, really tricky. Only a few select people are lucky enough to get them to go, but we're going to give it a fair crack. Pearl is probably, I'm either going to pair Sherbet over, or I may even pair Tiger if he fires up, and possibly produce some what could be considered double hets depending on what Tiger is. Obviously, ideally, even the Western Blue Tongues, obviously you've got a pair of them, hopefully they'll pair up, and Sherbet and Dot, I'm probably going to pair as well to also then make some het albino Blue Tongues that are largely more influenced as the Prince Regent, just to increase some more speckles. I think that'd look quite nice. Above the rack there's also Riga Skinks. I won't bother showing you them. They're never out. In fact, I saw one yesterday, but they're never out. The heat light's on, but they've still put themselves down for brumation. So yeah, that's the reptile room at its current state. Again, this is only a quick video, not much in depth. I've still got a few animals at my parents' place as well, which are still due to come over. So we've got like our green tree frogs. I might be transitioning them onto my parents' license, and they might be staying there. Obviously the lace monitor that's outside, Delta. So she'll, well, and Blue. I've got 2 lace monitors actually still at my parents'. And then a bunch of the outdoor animals. Not sure what we're going to do there. Whether I leave them and just visit them occasionally and feed them in Rada, but yeah, not sure 100% what's going to go on. But like I said, there's still future plans, probably even on top of this Melamine unit, stacking a couple more 3x2s by 50 talls on them, and then maybe stacking that an extra 3 tall. That would result in majority of the animals in these glass tanks either like being moved or moving into those wooden units and then rehoming and selling the glass tanks. The frog wall, obviously frogs need to be in the glass tanks. I can't take, well, animals that need to be sprayed down, I can't take into wooden melamine units. But that wall is going to be moving to a separate room. And we're going to fill, again, a couple 4-foot units, 4x5s, 4x50, sorry, which will probably stack maybe 4 tall. Will fit that corner nicely. So yeah, we got some plans anyway. So a lot to do. Still got a bit of time while the animals in rumination to work it out. So anyway, enough of my rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please stick along. This is going to be a process, but when it's done, it's hopefully going to look great. So stick around and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.